Sita, revered as an incarnation of goddess Lakshmi, the consort of Lord Vishnu, is a central figure in the Ramayana, embodying purity, devotion, and resilience. Her story transcends her earthly life in the Treta Yuga, rooted in her divine essence and earlier manifestations. As Lakshmi, she is the eternal companion of Vishnu, manifesting alongside his avatars to aid in the restoration of dharma, righteousness. Sita's incarnation was specifically to support Lord Rama, the seventh avatar of Vishnu, in his mission to defeat the demon king Ravana. However, her previous births, as described in Puranic texts, provide deeper insight into her divine purpose and karmic journey. According to the Adhyatma Ramayana and Ananda Ramayana, Sita's soul had appeared in earlier forms, each tied to her role as a divine feminine force. One significant previous birth is that of Vedvati, a pious woman described in the Uttarakanda of the Valmiki Ramayana. Vedvati was a devoted ascetic who sought Vishnu as her husband through intense penance. Ravana, enamored by her beauty, attempted to violate her, but Vedvati cursed him, prophesying that she would be reborn to cause his destruction. To escape Ravana's grasp, she entered a sacrificial fire, vowing to return as Sita. This connection underscores Sita's role as Ravana's nemesis, fulfilling a cosmic destiny. Another account from the Padma Purana links Sita to Padmavati, a divine figure associated with Lakshmi, who appeared in a celestial lotus to aid Vishnu's cosmic duties. In some regional retellings, such as the Krittivasi Ramayana, Sita is connected to the story of Draupadi from the Mahabharata, suggesting a continuity of the divine feminine across yugas, eras, though this is less canonical. These earlier births highlight Sita's eternal nature as Lakshmi, manifesting in various forms to uphold dharma and support Vishnu's avatars. The Ramcharitmanas emphasizes that Sita's incarnation was also influenced by a curse on Lakshmi. In one tale, Lakshmi was cursed by a sage to experience separation from Vishnu, mirroring a similar curse on Vishnu, as Narada's curse, leading to his birth as Rama. This divine interplay ensured that Sita's life as a human would involve trials of separation and suffering, reflecting her role as both a goddess and a mortal exemplar of virtue. Sita's earthly life began in the kingdom of Mithila, ruled by the wise and righteous king Janaka of the Videha dynasty. Janaka, a Rajrishi, king sage, was childless and deeply devoted to spiritual practices. One day, while ploughing a field as part of a ritual to invoke rain, as per the Balakanda of the Ramayana, Janaka unearthed a golden casket from the furrow. Inside was a radiant infant girl, whom he named Sita, meaning furrow in Sanskrit, signifying her divine origin as a gift from Bhumi Devi, Mother Earth. Janaka and his queen, Sunyana, adopted Sita, raising her as their own. Sita was believed to be an incarnation of Lakshmi, born to complement Rama's mission. Her divine birth was marked by celestial omens, and sages prophesied that she would be a pivotal figure in restoring cosmic balance. Sita grew up in the opulent yet spiritually grounded palace of Mithila, trained in the arts, scriptures, and virtues befitting a princess. She was known for her unparalleled beauty, grace, and intelligence, but also for her humility and devotion. As a child, Sita displayed extraordinary strength and purity. A popular tale recounts how she effortlessly lifted the massive bow of Shiva, which had been stored in Janaka's palace, while playing. This incident prompted Janaka to vow that only a man capable of stringing the bow could marry Sita, setting the stage for her future with Rama. When Sita reached marriageable age, Janaka organized a grand Swayamvara to find a suitable groom. The challenge was to string and break the divine bow of Shiva, a task deemed impossible for ordinary suitors. Kings and princes from across the land gathered in Mithila, but none could even lift the bow. Meanwhile, sage Vishwamitra arrived with two young princes from Ayodhya, Rama, the eldest son of King Dasharatha, and his brother Lakshmana. Sita, watching from the palace balcony, felt an instant connection with Rama, whose serene yet powerful presence captivated her. When Rama approached the bow, he lifted it with ease, strung it, and snapped it in two, causing a thunderous sound that echoed through Mithila. The assembly was awestruck, and Sita, with a garland in hand, chose Rama as her husband, placing the garland around his neck. Their union was a divine convergence of Vishnu and Lakshmi, destined to fulfill a cosmic purpose. Janaka arranged a grand wedding, uniting not only Rama and Sita but also Rama's brothers with Sita's kin. Lakshmana married Sita's sister Urmila, while Bharatha and Shatrughna married Mandavi and Shrutkirti, daughters of Janaka's brother. The wedding was a celebration of love and dharma, attended by gods, sages, and royals. However, the journey back to Ayodhya was briefly disrupted by Parshuram, who challenged Rama's worthiness. Rama's humility and prowess satisfied Parshuram, ensuring a peaceful return. For 12 years, Sita and Rama lived blissfully in Ayodhya, their love deepening with each passing day. Sita was the ideal wife, supporting Rama in his duties as prince and earning the love of the royal family and citizens. Her compassion extended to all, from palace servants to commoners. However, their idyllic life was shattered when Dashratha decided to crown Rama as king, triggering a chain of events orchestrated by Kaikeyi, Dashratha's youngest queen. Influenced by her maid Manthara, Kaikeyi invoked two boons from Dashratha, demanding Rama's exile for 14 years and the crowning of her son Bharatha. Rama accepted the decree without hesitation, seeing it as his duty to honor his father's word. Sita, unwilling to be separated from her husband, insisted on accompanying him, despite Rama's concerns for her safety in the forest. She argued that her place was by his side, as his Sahadharmini, partner in dharma. Lakshmana also joined them, vowing to serve Rama and Sita. The trio left Ayodhya amidst the kingdom's grief, donning ascetic robes. Sita's resolve shone through as she adapted to the austere life of an exile, finding joy in serving Rama and living simply. They settled in the Dandak forest, where Sita's presence brought warmth to their hermitage. She tended to their modest dwelling, offered hospitality to visiting sages, and remained steadfast in her devotion to Rama. Life in the forest was not without challenges. Sita, Rama, and Lakshmana encountered sages like Atri and Anasuya, who blessed Sita for her purity and gifted her divine ornaments. However, the forest was also home to demons who disrupted the peace of ascetics. One pivotal incident involved Shurpankha, Ravana's sister, who was enamored by Rama. When Rama rejected her, she turned to Sita in jealousy, prompting Lakshmana to mutilate her nose. Enraged, Shurpankha incited her brothers Khara and Dushana to attack Rama, who defeated their demon army single-handedly. This victory drew Ravana's attention, who learned of Sita's beauty and Rama's prowess. Driven by lust and vengeance, Ravana plotted to abduct Sita. He enlisted his uncle Maricha, who transformed into a golden deer to lure Rama away from their hermitage. Sita, captivated by the deer's beauty, urged Rama to capture it. Rama, sensing it might be a ruse, instructed Lakshmana to guard Sita and pursued the deer. When Maricha, disguised as the deer, was shot by Rama, he mimicked Rama's voice, crying for help. Sita, fearing for Rama's life, urged Lakshmana to go to him, leaving her alone. Ravana, disguised as a mendicant, approached Sita, exploiting her hospitality. When she refused his advances, he revealed his true form and abducted her, carrying her to Lanka in his aerial chariot. Sita's cries for help were heard by Jatayu, the vulture king, who attempted to intervene but was mortally wounded. Sita, helpless yet resolute, dropped her ornaments as clues for Rama, praying for his protection. In Lanka, Ravana confined Sita to the Ashoka Vatika, a garden of Ashoka trees, where she was guarded by demonesses. Ravana, smitten by her beauty, repeatedly tried to persuade her to become his queen, offering riches and power. Sita, unwavering in her devotion to Rama, rejected him with scorn, warning him of his impending doom. She spent her days in prayer, meditating on Rama and drawing strength from her faith. The demonesses taunted her, but Sita's grace and resilience silenced their cruelty. Sita's time in Lanka was a test of her inner strength. She faced loneliness, fear, and Ravana's threats, yet her heart remained anchored in Rama. One day, Hanuman, Rama's devoted monkey ally, arrived in Lanka after leaping across the ocean. Finding Sita in the Ashoka Vatika, he offered her Rama's ring as a token of hope, assuring her of rescue. Sita, overjoyed yet composed, gave Hanuman her jewel, Chudamani, to deliver to Rama, urging him to hasten. Hanuman's visit rekindled her hope, and his subsequent rampage in Lanka signaled Rama's imminent arrival. Rama, with Sugriva's monkey army and Hanuman's guidance, built the Rama Setu to cross the ocean to Lanka. The war against Ravana was fierce, with Sita's prayers empowering Rama's resolve. As the battles raged, Sita remained in the Ashoka Vatika, enduring Ravana's final attempts to sway her. When Rama defeated Ravana using the Brahmastra, Sita was freed, and the couple reunited amidst the victorious army. However, to uphold societal norms and quell doubts about her purity, Rama asked Sita to undergo an Agni Pariksha, trial by fire. Sita, understanding the need to affirm her chastity for the sake of Dharma, entered the fire fearlessly. Agni, the fire god, protected her, and she emerged unscathed, proving her purity. The gods showered flowers, and Rama embraced her, their love reaffirmed. Together, they prepared to return to Ayodhya, accompanied by Lakshmana, Hanuman, and their allies. After completing the 14-year exile, Sita and Rama returned to Ayodhya in a grand procession. Bharatha, who had ruled as regent, welcomed Rama and placed the throne at his feet. Rama was crowned king, and Sita became his queen, ushering in Ram Rajya, an era of unparalleled justice and prosperity. Sita's grace complemented Rama's rule, and the kingdom flourished under their joint stewardship. However, whispers among Ayodhya's citizens questioned Sita's purity due to her time in Ravana's captivity. Though Rama trusted Sita, he prioritized his duty as a king to maintain public trust. In a heart-wrenching decision, he exiled Sita, who was pregnant, to avoid any blemish on his reign. Sita, ever devoted to Rama's dharma, accepted the decision without bitterness, understanding the sacrifice it entailed. Sita found refuge in sage Valmiki's ashram, where she gave birth to twin sons, Lava and Kush. Under Valmiki's care, she raised them with love and wisdom, teaching them the Ramayana, which Valmiki composed. Lava and Kush grew into valiant and learned princes, unaware of their royal heritage. Years later, during Rama's Ashwamedha Yagna, Lava and Kush, trained by Valmiki, challenged the sacrificial horse, unaware it belonged to their father. Their prowess impressed Rama, who invited them to Ayodhya to recite the Ramayana. When Valmiki revealed their identity as Rama's sons, Rama was overjoyed and sought to reunite with Sita. He invited her to Ayodhya, asking her to reaffirm her purity publicly to silence doubters. Sita, having endured immense trials, chose a different path. She prayed to her mother, Bhumi Devi, to accept her if she had remained pure in thought and deed. The earth parted, and Sita descended into it, returning to her divine origin as Lakshmi. Her departure left Rama and the assembly in profound sorrow, but it affirmed her divine nature and unblemished virtue. Sita's life is a profound testament to the strength of the divine feminine, embodying Shakti, power, bhakti, devotion, and karuna, compassion. Her trials, abduction, imprisonment, and exile highlight her resilience and unwavering fidelity to Rama, making her an enduring symbol of purity and sacrifice. In the Ramayana, Sita is not merely Rama's consort but his equal, sharing his commitment to dharma and enduring greater personal suffering to uphold it. Her previous births, particularly as Vedvati, underscore her role as an agent of cosmic justice, destined to bring about Ravana's downfall. As Lakshmi, she complements Vishnu's avatars, ensuring the triumph of good over evil. The Ramcharitmanas elevates Sita to a divine status, portraying her as the mother of the universe, accessible through devotion. Sita's legacy lives on in festivals like Sita Navami, celebrating her birth, and in the countless temples dedicated to her and Rama. Her story inspires women and men alike to embody courage, loyalty, and grace in the face of adversity. The Ramayana's enduring message, amplified by Sita's journey, is that true strength lies in inner purity and devotion to truth. Sita's life, from her divine origins to her earthly trials, reflects the eternal interplay of the divine and human. Her sacrifices paved the way for Ram Rajya, and her return to the earth symbolized her eternal connection to creation. As the embodiment of Lakshmi, Sita remains a beacon of hope, guiding humanity toward righteousness and love. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more legendary stories and spiritual content.